drill down to one project and to really think about how that project influences children, families, and communities with that idea of how do we support children's health, learning, well-being. So is there a project that you particularly would like to share with the students?
I think that one of the stronger projects would be our Tools for Parents project, which is funded through the Department of Social Services, so that's our federal funding, under the Children and Parenting Support Program.
Mm-hmm. And can you tell us a little bit about the impetus for that program? You know, why did you decide to start up the program? Or yeah, so how did it start?
So it started, I think, almost 10 years ago.
Yep.
And it started as a very small idea by my predecessor in my position. And it was kind of just to expand on that early intervention and prevention within local communities to improve children's development and well-being and support parents with their capacity to be parenting. And we also gained funding for childminding services to remove barriers for parents attending. So a lot of parents can't attend because they've got younger kids with them, and so we implemented that childminding support within the centre so that we can remove those barriers to help, increase participation.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So was the need established because of you were running other services and there was things that your organisation felt needed to sort of fill a gap, or was it something that families were coming to you and saying, look, this is something we need, or was it research that said, hey, this is something that would be worthwhile in our area?
A little bit of everything. So definitely the research behind the push for early interventions and that shift to wanting to get programs in place to prevent rather than treat, but also the community and that connection that we had with community, that they were identifying that there's a need for certain different activities, certain different programs, and there just wasn't a lot out there at the time. That wasn't a lot of the court-ordered, ongoing programs. A lot of our programs and our workshops are only 1 to maximum 3, so it kind of reduces that huge commitment for a lot of the families as well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, developing a lot of the topics of those programs and the focus on what the outcome is wanting to be has come from those consultations with community.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of those outcomes, what are the outcomes that you're hoping to achieve? It's called Tools for Parenting, is that right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what's the outcome were you hoping to achieve with this project?
I think the most for parents, it's more increasing their capacity, building resilience, and trying to support that shift into that positive parenting, while reducing the stigma around going to some of those bigger, higher commitment programs. But then for children, also wanting to focus on building social skills, building their resilience as well, participating in different activities that they normally wouldn't be able to for those certain lower socioeconomic areas. And all of our programs so far have been free. So reducing that barrier financially for families as well.
Because that can be a real barrier. So you've already mentioned 2 of the barriers that you've identified and then found strategies to work around that. So that must mean that you're really talking to the families and listening to them about, well, why can't I come there? Well, I haven't got any care for my younger children, so you've been able to put those strategies in place to support the families attending. I've got a question that's not on the list of questions.